She gave the gospel growl that I love at the end of the lines, like I wanna lie. Like that's what Gemini was out here doing to this song. Out here destroying this song in the most incredible, fantastic, fabulous way.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Hello and welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. I am your host, Stephanie. I'm riding solo today. Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and a great vocal. We'll use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our takes on all the things. Contestants, performances, will give you our feedback to their voice and their overall performance. Here's what we're going to do today, though. Today is a part 2. So a couple weeks ago, we released part 1 of a series that we're doing of Who Did It Best. So we have some songs that we like to call repeat offenders here on The Voice and on the Pitchy Podcast. We like to call them repeat offenders because there are some songs that The Voice likes to recycle and use with multiple artists. And a lot of them are really good songs and a lot of the performances are really good performances. So we want to see who did it best, who performed it the best, which performance did we like the best. We did a part 1 and it was so good we wanted to do part 2. So that is what we are here today to do. One thing I want to let you know about is that we have a Patreon community that actually helped us pick our 3rd song for today. So if you want to be a part of our Patreon community, go ahead and do that. The link is down in the description or down at the bottom of the screen right here. Please become a part of our Patreon community so that you can give your input on episodes like this and also get lots of bonus content where we do bonus videos where you get to ask us questions and we'll answer. There's a whole lot going on in our Patreon community, even when The Voice is not on air. So go ahead and consider being a part of that. All right, so let's begin with our very first song. That is POV by Ariana Grande. There are 2 performances that we're going to look at. Bryson Battle's performance and Gemini's performance. So first, let's look at Bryson. Bryson Battle was on season 27 of NBC's The Voice. He was on Team Legend, I believe. And he did this performance as a playoff performance.
I'd love to see me from your point of view. I want to trust the way that you trust. Nobody ever loved me like you do. I'd love to see me from your point of view.
Bryson's performance of the song gave us what we like to call full story, where you're not just hitting hard at the beginning of the performance, you're kind of given a soft and then big in the middle and then maybe soft at the end. It was one of his most well-rounded performances, I feel. Bryson showed a really vulnerable side in this performance. His vocal choices, as per usual, were absolutely incredible. He did not make it sound like the original at all. His vocal ability was pretty much unmatched. If you're just talking about straight vocals, he was unmatched for his season. The only thing that bothered me a little bit about this performance is it felt like the tempo or the speed of the song was a little quicker than the original or what I would have liked for his performance, because for all the things that Bryson was doing, it felt like some of it was a little bit rushed. But overall, this was one of my favorite Bryson performances of his season because of the way that he took his time and told the full story of this song. So our second performance is by Gemini. Gemini was from season 21 of The Voice, and she did this song for her blind audition. So this is one of my favorite performances ever. It might be one of my favorite blind ever. This was such a passionate vocal, number one. This performance was, and for it being a blind, it was such a brave performance because she was making so many come on choices to the melody of the song. She was not singing it like the original either. Another thing that made this really, really special was that Ariana Grande was a coach that season. So she had the nerve, the gall to perform this song as a blind in front of Ariana Grande. Ariana, by the end of the performance, pretty much gave her the song. Like, this song ain't mine no more, Jiminy. This is your song to watch, and the links for all of these performances are down in the description. I encourage you to watch this if you have not, because Ariana the entire time is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, to what Jiminy is doing to the song. She gospel-fied POV is basically what she did. She gave the gospel growl that I love at the end of the lines, like I wanna lie. Like that's what Gemini was out here doing to this song. Out here destroying this song in the most incredible, fantastic, fabulous way. My only regret about this is that it was a blind audition and that it was shorter than the performance that Bryson was able to get, because the further along you get in the competition, the more of a song you're able to sing. That is my only regret about this song, is that it wasn't long enough because it was a blind. This was a 4-chair turn, and she deserved every single one of those 4 chairs to turn. My opinion is, if an artist is singing a song of one of the coaches and that coach turns and is impressed, every other coach should turn too. And that's how this went. Gemini took this song to church. It turned into a worship song, and it was incredible. So, which was my favorite, Bryson or Gemini? I would have to go with Gemini. Now, that is for a couple of reasons. Number one, she took the song to church. And number two is because the original artist of this song, pretty much gave her this song when it was finished. You can't get any better than that. But it took a Herculean effort like that to make me pick her over Bryson, because Bryson is just unmatched vocally. But because of the reasons that I said, that's why I picked Gemini. So who do you choose? Watch these 2 performances and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite version of POV, Bryson or Gemini? So let's move on to song number 2. Song number 2 is a beautiful song that I only know from NBC's The Voice. I don't know the song no other way. It's called The Night We Met. It is a Lord Huron song. We're going to look at 2 artists that sang it beautifully, Ethan Eckenroad and Lennon VanderDoes. So let's start off with Ethan. Ethan Eckenroad is from season 27 of The Voice, and he sang this song during the playoff round.
So take me back to the night we met, when you had not touched me yet. Oh, and honey, take me back to the night we met.
So Ethan was a tricky little something. Ethan was deceptive, because looking at Ethan, you think he's quiet, you think he probably has a nice voice. The confidence in his voice, like, you would never believe the sound that was coming out of his throat if you were watching him with the sound turned down. You turn up that volume and you're like, wait a minute, what? All that confidence, all that conviction, all that growl, all that holleration is coming from a presence like his. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Ethan had this really cool folky sound, kind of country leaning, had a little bit of yodel in his voice. In this particular selection, he used so many cool tools from his toolbox, from his vocal toolbox, to present this song. It was like, come on choice, like revisiting this performance for this episode. I was like, wait a minute, come on choice. listen to everything that he is doing with this song. Like he just does not present, like I said, the way that his vocal presents is very deceiving. He sang this song with a lot of conviction and a lot of passion, and it made me fall in love with this song again. So our second artist that did this song is Lennon VanderDoes. He is from season 24 of The Voice, and he sang this for his blind audition.
When you had not touched me yet, take me back to the night we met. I've had all and then most of you, something now, none of you. Hey!
Now, just like comparing Bryson and Jiminy from the previous song, it's the same thing with Lennon and Ethan in that Ethan had more time to sing this song because he did it for his playoff, while Lennon did the song for his blind, so it's shorter. So Lennon was a 2-chair turn, but 2 of them chairs turned instantly. Like within the first 2 seconds of Lennon opening up his mouth, bop, bop. Lennon has one of the most unique voices that I've heard on this show, especially male voices. He has a very unique high timbre voice. Very, very unusual, very distinct, more in the singer-songwriter lane, but is so compelling. It's so gorgeous. He has one of those voices that you would just describe as just gorgeous, and a very honest voice as well. There were some parts of this song where I was like, okay, come on, falsetto. Like, how did you think to do that? And the gall to do some of these falsetto choices powerfully as well, within this blind audition. Like, it was such brave performance, a lot of passion in his voice. And Lennon's voice proved throughout his entire season to be a voice that just touched your soul. Like, he just touched your soul literally when he sang. So between Ethan and Lennon, which do I pick? I think for this round, I would have to pick Ethan, which kind of surprises me because when I was first putting this episode together, I thought that I would pick Lennon. And as much as I loved Lennon's version of this song, I just think Ethan, what he did, and I think for the amount of time he had to, having more time kind of gives him a little bit of the edge. But for all the reasons that I described about Ethan, it just came out of nowhere. The passion and the confidence and the conviction and the vocal choices that he made were just so absolutely incredible that I have to give this round to Ethan. So again, all the links are down below in the description. Take a look at both of these performances and let me know what you think. Which performance did you prefer, Ethan's or Lennon's? So our third and final song for this episode is Rain, the SWV song. Now for this song, we have 2 artists again. We have Ari Camille and we have Tenae. Now, Ari Camille is our first one that we're going to look at. She's from season 27 of The Voice. And she sang this for her playoff. I never used this description when we were covering Ari Camille during the actual season of The Voice, but her version is as if Faith Evans sang this song. And I don't know what made me hear it a couple days ago when I listened to this, but I was like, oh my God, that sounds just like Faith Evans. It's a rich sound. It's a sultry sound. It's a luxe sound. And this entire version was come on choice. She stayed in the lane of the original version, but she did so many different melodic choices that were different, that were interesting, that did not offend me as a lover of this song. Sometimes I just want the artist to sing it like the original artist did. But the choices that she made, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It was probably Ari Camille's best performance of the season, in my opinion. It showed her range. It showed her as a performer. It was just an incredible interpretation of the song that did not sound like the original. But as I was re-listening to it, I could sing what she was doing, which let me know which reminded me how many times I listened to her version of it, and it stuck with me. So I love this version. I loved Ari Camille's interpretation of this song. Our next artist was Tenae. She was on season 24 of NBC's The Voice, and she also sang it for her playoff song.
Fall down, fall on me, just rain. Let your love fall down just like rain. Every little drip drop.
So this is a difference between our other two songs. These artists actually had the same length of time to sing the song, so I don't have that to differentiate. Now, Kara's voice was more like a Coco, who is the lead singer of SWV. It was like a Coco upgrade. No shade to Coco. I just mean that Kara's voice sounded a lot like Coco's voice, but the things that Kara did to the song were an upgrade. She as well made some slight melodic changes to the song, but for the most part, it did sound a lot like the original. But to be clear, this is probably the best cover I've ever heard of the song. And she was singing this. Were the playoffs live? Okay, I don't think the playoffs were live, but she was singing this. Like there was not a lot of production manipulation to her vocal at all. If any, I don't think there was any. Like she just sounded so good. Her voice was so powerful. She sang it with such conviction, such confidence. It showed her range. It was unbelievable. I remember seeing this live and being like watching it live as it was showing on the show. And I was just blown away with how fantastic her vocal was. Like I said, it sounded like a Coco upgrade. And it was just astounding. Like, this is not an easy song to sing. And what she was doing to it was like, I just could not believe what I was hearing. It was such a great, great vocal. It might have been her best performance on this show as well. And Kara Tenae sang down that entire season. So, which did I like better? This is a tough one. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick Ari Camille, and this is why. I am very difficult on songs that I absolutely love. I'm cutthroat with songs that are from the songs of my youth, as you will, the songs that I really, really love. And this is one of those songs that I've been singing forever, since the day it came out up until now. I sing, this is one of the songs that I love. So usually I don't like when people mess with it. I don't like when it sounds different. I don't like when people do extra things to it or take melodic liberties. I loved Ari Camille's version. Like just like I said, I sing her version, and that is so super rare for me to do. So I have to go with Ari Camille because of that. I loved Kara's version. Don't get me wrong. But for the fact that I could love a different sounding version of the song, for me, that's what won it for me. So again, let me know in the comments. Again, in the description are the links to both performances. Let me know in the comments, which one did you pick? Which one did you like the best? Ari Camille or Kara Tenae's version? Okay, friends, I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed it too. Please remember to tell me in the comments who you picked as your favorite version of each one of these 3 songs that we reviewed today. And I'm going to head and tell you what you need to know if you don't know. So don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. And while you're there, especially if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review and a kind review as well. 5 stars and a kind review so that more friends can find us. Then jump onto YouTube if you are not already there. Search for The Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. Also, don't forget that we are on Instagram and TikTok at The Pitchy Podcast, and we are on Blue Sky at thepitchypodcast.bsky.social for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more. And last, join us on Patreon. Even though The Voice is on a break right now, our Patreon, we are not on a break. So much content over at Patreon. Our patrons get to share videos that they would like for me to react to. They get to ask questions that James and I answer. They even get to have input on episodes like this. They chose what our 3rd song that we reviewed today was. So please consider joining us for $5 on our Patreon community. We hope to see you there. So thank you again for joining me today. We will see you next week, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.